Hello again. So we are still on the topic of account security. In the previous video, we touched on passwords being your first line of defense. And then, of course, using the same password on every single website or account is a very, very bad idea. That being said, here's the real shocker. Even the most cleverly constructed password is not a guarantee of complete security on any account. So even using a paid application like 1Password is absolutely brilliant when it comes to security and convenience. But there is a free application that you can add to basically any account that grants an extra layer of security, and the best part, it is completely free. So in my opinion, adding a 2FA as a layer of security is non-negotiable. So what exactly is a 2FA? 2FA stands for two-factor authentication. Now, if you just use a password, that is a single-factor authentication, or a SFA. In short, that just means you go to a website, you enter your username and your password, and you're granted instant access to the particular website. Using a 2FA actually adds another layer of security to the process, because a 2FA will require the user to provide another confirmation of identity. This is done by means of a time-dependent 6-digit code that is entered after you entered your username and your password. Your 2FA is generated by a separate app. So this app is, upon registration, paired with a particular website, and going forward, that is then where you will get the app, or not the app, sorry, where you will get the code that is actually going to grant you access to the particular website. Now, personally, I find it very interesting that most of the websites immediately suggest that you download Google Authenticator. I have absolutely nothing against Google. They are awesome. But in some instances, it is necessary to look at what other options are available. I've been using an app called Authy. Now, I want to run through a quick comparison with you guys just to understand why I am so heavily pro Authy as opposed to Google Authenticator. Authy has a multi-device functionality, so you can literally sync Authy to all the devices that you use on a regular basis. Some people see this as a security concern, but also nice again, it is a feature that you can turn off should you so choose. So a nice to have, not a have to have. In the event then of a lost or stolen device, if your multi-device functionality is turned on, you can then literally log in and deauthorize the lost or stolen device without any worry that someone can access an account paired with a 2FA account. With Google Authenticator, it is only tied to a single device, and to take it even further, it is only tied with mobile devices. Whereas with Authy, it is actually tied to any device that you use, be it your laptop, your desktop, a tablet, literally any device that you use. For the Apple enthusiasts out there, I know for a fact it also does pair with your Apple Watch. Now, what I love about them is the recovery backups. To give you a bit of background how I became aware of Authy, a friend of mine's phone was stolen and she had Google Authenticator with her 2FAs paired to quite a lot of her accounts. And in the process of helping her do some research on how do we reset this, how does the backups work, how do you unpair the device that was stolen, in my reading and research, I actually became aware of Authy and how much easier it would have been did she have an Authy account as opposed to a Google Authenticator. And that ties into the encrypted recovery backups. So should you lose your phone, or the phone is damaged, or a laptop is damaged, you simply log into your account. Once you've verified yourself, all your accounts will seamlessly upload to this new device. Whereas with Google Authenticator, that is not the case. If you lose your phone, you lose your access. All your accounts will have to be manually paired one by one after unpairing the old device manually. Well, not manually, that sounds very weird. After unpairing it and then repairing the new device. Also going hand in hand with, please don't forget the email address or not have access to the email address that was originally registered on that account. Because if you don't have access to that email account, it makes it 10 times harder. Last wonderful feature for me is the 3 different type of password protection that it has. There's a master password, a PIN, and a backup. Quite interestingly though, as I was working through making these slides for this video, I actually couldn't remember if I activated the PIN on my Authy app. Went into it and actually saw that in the meantime, they have also added fingerprint authority or authorization. So what I like about Authy is they are staying on top of it the whole time. Now please, I really do not mind which one of the 2 you use, just make an educated decision. But at the end of the day, just please, please, please activate the 2FA on every single account that you can. It's just that extra layer of security that ensures that all your information, or in our case, even more importantly, all our coins are kept safe. Have an absolutely fantastic day and let me know if there's any questions. I'd love to help.